I'm Jasper, half Irish, half English, and I own Pizzeria in India. I'm crazy about India, and I'm crazy about pizza, and we're arranging their marriage. Welcome to the Great Indian Pizza Adventure. Orissa, land of myth and mysteries, and apparently India's best kept secret. But we've got a plan. We're going to use the universal passport that is pizza to get to know this incredible state and to unlock its culinary secrets. Welcome to the Great Indian Pizza Adventure. Orissa has always been known for its temples, culture, heritage, and incredible cuisine. A cuisine that's diverse, rich, and covers a huge spectrum. And they tell me Lord Jagannath is absolutely central to the faith of Odisha. So here I am, starting my journey with a visit to the beautiful Jagannath temple to seek his blessings and support in my endeavors. Where there's a temple, there has to be prasad, and my visit would be totally incomplete if I didn't partake. Blessings taken, time to jump into the food. Oribong, a restaurant in the heart of Gurgaon, is every Oriya food lover's delight, and the person behind it, Subhana. Subhana, thank you so much for inviting me here. It's wonderful. I can see, I'm looking at this, Oribong, right? And I'm looking at half Orissa and half Bengal, right?
Yeah, yes.
But you're all Orissa as a woman, right?
Yes.
You're a daughter of Orissa.
Because everybody talks about Bengali cuisine, but nobody talks about Odia food.
So we're diving straight into the heart of...
Yes. Dahi Vada Aloo-Dum is not a food. It's not a staple food as everybody out there say. It's an emotion for each and every Odia out there. I'll make it for you. Okay. I've just kept it like this so that you understand. This is dahi. Dahi is yogurt, and bara. Bara is a lentil-based fritters. We will top it up with a super spicy aloo-dum, and then we have a separate spicy yogurt only, so we can add more if at all you want to
extinguish the flame.
Yes, and then we have little onions and little namkeen and little chili.
Boy, that's good. It's good and it's clever. It's clever because these lentils are light. They're light as a feather, right?
Yeah.
I can see why it's an emotion. It's delicious. I could eat this all day, but I'm going to have to pause. What's next? Subhana, amazing. It looks like the most beautiful face of a clock. What's happening here?
These are 7-8 dishes, which is cooked without onion, garlic, and with ghee. I can serve you.
Thank you.
A bit, and you'll have to use your hands to.
Perfect. Yeah.
This is sweet.
Okay.
This is one type of.
Well, it does look amazing.
Spinach.
And this fellow?
This is called besara. Potal. Parval. This is dal, but this dal tastes sweet.
Okay. It's so beautiful looking. And some chutneys.
This is chutney.
Tomato.
Tomato chutney.
So just take a bit of. So this one here. Take a bit of this and this. It's also very, versus some North Indian food, it's very light.
Yeah.
It's very light. I'm a non-veg guy, really. But if I ate food like this, I might be tempted to become vegetarian. And these are classics, right?
Yeah.
Dalma. I mean, if people know about Orissan food, they know about these.
Yeah, the first thing about
dalma.
any Odia cuisine is dalma.
Really good. Okay, so I need to pace myself a little bit.
You can.
What's next on the agenda? Subhana, have you invited 20 other people?
No.
So who's this for?
I'm just trying to compensate my cravings for serving Odia food because I've been given a chance today to do that.
I think you've compensated and more. Okay, so should we try a bit of this?
This is pui chingdi. This is crab curry.
Yeah.
Very Odia style crab curry. This is mutton kosa. This is we called chingdi aloo jhol, which is prawn and potatoes. And this is matcha besara, which is you had besara right now. The same spices, but used for cooking fish.
Okay.
This is body chura, which is lentil-based fritters, fried and mashed. It's a side dish. And this is dahi pachadi, which is again a sweet side, just in case you feel a little spicy. And this is the small fish, duly marinated and burnt. So you can have a bite of that.
Okay. Here's an important difference with some other cuisines, like Bengali. I can eat this in whichever order I want, right?
You're the boss. Orissa is one state where you'll find all the seafoods and the fishes at one place.
And people like mutton in Orissa?
Yes, they do.
It's just different, right? It's different. Subhana, this is fantastic. It's making me think how I use this. If I want to make some Orissa pizza, how do I use this? And many of these gravies make a good base also. You know, some sourdough bread, some gravy, some
Crab
topping.
meat and prawn together with
Made in
spicy.
heaven.
Yeah.
What's next, Subhana?
Sweet dish.
Finish off with some sweets?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
You can start with rasagolla.
Take a bite.
Yes. This is called chhena poda.
Oh, it's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking interest in Odia food. So,
It's easy to take interest in this. It really is. Wonderful. Now that's what I call some really authentic Oria tastes. Now my journey continues. Next stop to meet Shweta Mohapatra, a culinary expert who'll give me a bird's eye view of the entire state of Orissa. Shweta, welcome to the Great Indian Pizza Adventure. We're delighted to have you here.
Thank you for having me here.
It's our great pleasure. What's your thought process when you help people to understand this extraordinarily interesting and subtle cuisine of Orissa?
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of diversity in Odia food because there is a lot of physical diversity in the state. So we have the coastline, we have the mountains, we have the ponds where, you know, a lot of fish is there. So, and it's also influenced by the borders. So there is Chhattisgarh, there is Bengali, West Bengal border, then there is the Andhra and the Telangana borders. So our food has always been influenced by all these people, but obviously it has its own identity. And I think Odia food, it's very subtle, and there's a lot of importance given to vegetables. A lot of seafood is also there because of the coastals, and not just seafood, even freshwater produce, you know, like the fish and of ponds and lakes are very popular in Odisha.
So from a cultural perspective, where does food stand in the Oriyan culture? Is it very central? Is it occasion-driven? You know, some places you go to, food is hugely central.
Yes, yes.
Where is Orissa
So
on
Odia
that spectrum?
food is very central to the culture. So in Orissa we have this thing called Bara Masa Tera Parba, which means 12 months and 13 occasions. So in a year we have 13 reasons to celebrate, and for all of this there is some specific food that is cooked, and that's important.
Shweta, when you get more specific into particular dishes or particular categories, so for example, if I take, and we're thinking about pizza, say if I take baking, baking doesn't seem to be a thing in Orissa, is that right?
Okay, so we have, for example, at least 2 dishes that are baked. One is the podo pitta, and the other is the chenna podo.
The one that's burnt slightly on the outside.
Yeah, so one is sort of like a cheesecake, a dense cheesecake. You know, and it has slightly charred outside, and the other one is a cake, a rice cake.
So another sort of fundamental part of pizza making, cheese.
Right.
Talk to us about cheese in Orissa. Is that a thing or not a thing?
Cheese, there has been evidence that cheese was used as far as from 12th century on, but primarily to make sweets.
Okay, I mean we could talk, Shweta, we could talk all day about this, but I have to ask you a kind of key question, and I haven't formulated it in my mind yet, but do you think there's such a thing as a Oria pizza?
Why not?
I haven't heard of it. Maybe it'll be a first
It will be.
of some sort. You and I can go. You and I can go to the state capital and unveil
Absolutely.
our Oria pizza.
Why not?
Shweta, honestly, thank you so much. I know that's a tiny amount of knowledge for you, but it's a huge amount of knowledge for me, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Delighted. Thanks. Shweta.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful evening in Delhi. Sun's coming down. I started the day getting some blessings from Lord Jagannath, then went to Oribong, chatted to Shweta, and here we are at a wonderful Orissa street food stall. We're going to line up some snacks, get some inspiration, see what works with pizza, what doesn't work with pizza. Basically, a perfect end to a perfect day.
ये दही बड़ा उड़ीसा रा फेमस
Okay.
दही बड़ा ये सर देखंतु उड़ीसा रा फेमस गुगुनी
That's really good.
हां उड़ीसा रा
That's really
फेमस
good.
गुगुनी
Sort of salty.
ये उड़ीसा रा बड़ा फेमस बड़ा इसका साथ में गुगुनी खाइले और टेस्ट
Okay. It's a solid number. And it definitely needs a bit of a mix, this. This is a dipper. When you eat it on its own, pretty
सर
dense.
उड़ीसा रा आलू चॉप फेमस
Aloo.
आलू चॉप
Okay.
मसाला वाला आलू चॉप फेमस
And here or not?
सर गुगुनी सहित
Okay. That is good.
ये सर उड़ीसा रा काकरा
Like a cocktail. So,
पूरा अच्छी नड़िया गुड़
this is good. So it's, it weighs a lot. Yeah? Okay. Basically, everything is a dipper. A big dipper. For hot buddia.